Christian Schulz is chief European economist at Citi. I asked him what he thought all this political uncertainty meant for Spain's economy.
Well, it casts a cloud of uncertainty over the outlook, in particular at a time when the Spanish government has large amounts of money to spend from the European Recovery Fund, the post-pandemic recovery fund, 750 billion, of which Spain is one of the greatest recipients. So it doesn't help if there's no political clarity on that. Furthermore, there are choices to make in terms of bringing the budget deficit down, whether to cut spending or raise taxes. So all of this creates uncertainty, which may weigh on investment and therefore not good for growth.
I guess regardless who might win the next election, the political and economic landscape remains the same, doesn't it?
Yes, in general, the tough choices that have to be made on the fiscal side remain the same. But in terms of the economic outlook, things may flip on their head by the end of the year. At the moment, Spain enjoys a very strong summer season of tourism, strong employment as well, but high inflation. By the end of the year, inflation may be very low, but the growth slowdown may have been quite severe, and employment may be increasingly under threat. And that will make the picture very different. It will lead to a need for more jobs, perhaps. It will lead for more fiscal rebalancing. So even more tough choices to make.
Markets don't like uncertainty, do they? I'm just looking down at the scores on the doors. Madrid's IBEX 35 equity benchmark index falling as much as 1.8% in the early trading. Shares in other major Spanish lenders down between 1.4% and 2.6%. The Stock 600 banks index 0.4% lower. I mean, they don't like it, do they?
No, uncertainty is bad for growth, although we have, of course, had in Europe many episodes where it took a long time to form a government in different countries, Belgium, the Netherlands come to mind, and where the economy actually performed quite well. So it can happen that less interference by government is actually positive for growth. But at this current juncture where rising interest rates, high inflation really pose a challenge to all economies, you want a government with a clear majority in charge that can settle the boat, that can steer the boat through this uncertainty.
Let's look ahead. I mean, what is your outlook for Spain and its economy and its politics?
We expect Spain to continue to outperform the rest of the euro area growth-wise. The tourism rebound helps at the moment. Much of the world is struggling with manufacturing. Spain is not particularly exposed to that. Employment is strong. More and more people are entering the labor force, and immigration is also relatively strong in Spain, and that boosts the potential of the economy. What it takes now is to balance the books. It takes a reduction in public debt, which then eases the fears about fiscal sustainability in Spain. The debt ratio, we think, is going to stay above 100% of GDP well until the end of the decade. And that's always a concern for markets, especially for bond markets.